What's going on, y'all? Just wanted to talk to y'all briefly, real quick. I'm like listening to my 2011/12 album right now. I ain't even released a title for it. I ain't released nothing for it yet. Besides like the little clips I'm gonna give y'all on that you probably already up on YouTube. But that ain't what I want to talk about. I want to talk about these uh these situations that these artists be getting. Like, you know, they be like desperate measures, meaning like random, like these so-called like managers will tell these artists they can do all these different things, and it's not the case. Like if you can't get an artist to a certain level, then don't tell him or her you can. Don't do that. Don't tell, you know, so and so you can get him a record deal and, you know, all this other nonsense if you really can't, because then the artist is going off of, you know, wishful thinking that you can make them all this money and get this get this individual all these opportunities, and really you're in the same predicament that the artist is in. Like you're just as, you know, open to the nonsense and the BS as the artist. And it's like, well, if that's the case, then you might as well, like, if you're going like you, that's the time. In all actuality, that's the time where you supposed to take that artist when you got that artist believing what you're saying. You supposed to really tackle that field of, you know, being an entrepreneur. You should really tackle it, because now, like, mentally you got the artist where you want them. So why not take that artist to the next level if you win the business, so to speak. Like you have the gift of gab to tell, you know, whoever you associate with that you got this artist, and it's like, why not pursue the next level? If you can't handle the next level, then don't tell the artist you can. It's just that simple. Don't tell them, yeah, I can make this happen, I can make that happen, if you really can't. Like, what's the point? You know, you're gonna eventually lose that artist. The artist is gonna find somebody who can actually present a opportunity, you know, and give, you know, they're gonna look for somebody who can actually give them a layout of, you know, possible hope, like a possible chance to become a musician and get paid for it. But if you're just giving this person empty promises, then guess what's going to happen? You're going to eventually lose a potential artist that could have made you a lot of money. But being as though you fail to realize, like, this game, the hip hop culture and the hip hop industry is so limited. Like, you gotta be a certain age, and then if you hit past that certain age, now you aren't marketable enough, and all this other nonsense. Like, that's not even the case, because there's plenty of artists that's past 30 and still making a lot of money, you know. But, you know, stop feeding these artists empty promises. You know, seriously, y'all. Like, if you a bad manager, then work to be a good one. You know, if you're a good manager, work to be an even better manager. You understand? Like, that's just how I feel about it. You know? And if you feel the same way, then so be it. But it's not cool. And, I mean, and this goes for anything, rather. This isn't just for managers and artists. This is for, you know, moms, dads, that you know, whoever making promises to a person, try to keep your promise. You know? Try to keep your promise. It's just that simple. Don't make a promise you can't keep. You know, be real cautious about what you promise to people, because certain people view your character like that. You know, you might get away with one promise that wasn't fulfilled, but the next thing you know, they're looking at you differently now because of that promise you didn't, you know, come through with. You know, they're looking at you differently now. You are, you know, you are BSer. Like, you say one thing and do another. Like, you don't keep your word. So you got in His word is your word. Some people can really judge you off of is your word. If you don't have your word, then you might as well just stop talking. Stop telling people that you can do X, Y, and Z if you really can't. Like, that's just how I feel about it. But, you know, it is what it is. Stop giving people empty promises. Do what you say you're going to do. You understand? That's pretty much all I got to say. I'm on my way to my producer house so he can hear these new tracks that I did for my next album. You know, so Live and Tell with a Passion, L.T.P, 2 dots, 3 letters, Page High Entertainment, Shades of Brown Live Entertainment, and sun is crazy bright. But I get that to y'all on a later base. Alright, holla. 1.